Fall is the best time of year for hunters in Wisconsin.
Angela Kelly joins us live with more on the waterfowl season already underway. Good morning, Ange.
Hey, good morning, guys. Well, right now we're focusing on hunting dogs, and I'd like to introduce you to Mace Davis. He makes his living he works at Gander Mountain, and he's a local dog trainer. It's called RNG Retrievers, and this is his dog, Cooper. Mace, can you show us what Cooper can do here?
Yep. What we like to do is, in a basic setting like this, we just run a simple retrieve. We have him sit down, stay, marks the bird, and then we send him to do what he loves to do best. Coop!
There he goes. He's off and running. Hey, how long have you been training hunting dogs like your own, like Cooper?
Cooper's 4.5, and I started with him when he was a pup. Rough. And I helped another guy locally back home about 10 years ago. Rough. And, we just kind of went from there, and he's been an absolute treat to work with, and he's just a machine.
Okay. For the hunters out there watching this morning, they have dogs. What's your best words of advice for them to get them ready for the hunting season?
Basic obedience to start right off the bat. I mean, that's the most important thing when you're out there hunting is for the dog safety and your own is basic obedience. Especially with the upcoming season, getting that dog ready to go and making sure that he understands all of your commands is probably the most important thing to start with.
Can you give us some specific examples of things you might do?
Yep. Just like that, where you tell him to get on his stand and he sits there and he stays until you release him, whether you use his name or a different command, just having him stay there and, hang out while you're doing everything else. That's a good basic one. Heel's a very important one. Sitting and staying, most important ones that there are.
Okay, tell us something that, and I know you have some decoys out here.
Yep.
Can you show us something? I know you kind of like to have them practice going through decoys.
Yep.
Show us that and tell us why it's important.
The reason that's important, especially for younger dogs and just in general, getting your dog used to that is all the decoys that you see out there all have lines underneath, and so you want your dog comfortable if one of them rubs up or for some reason it were to get a little bit tangled so the dog doesn't panic and doesn't get a little bit nervous. I mean, you just want them, Coop, just to run right through them like it's not a big deal at all and just keep going. He might drag back a decoy or two, but as long as he's comfortable with it and he's done it plenty, which is a great thing to do before the season, is get him used to going in and out of decoys. In a field setting, same thing. Put out your goose decoys and have them running in and out of the decoys. That way they're just used to that stuff being there because during hunting it is going to be there. So.
Do you think that there are some specific mistakes that dog owners make? Like, bringing them out there right away without training them, or?
Yep. One of the best things is with Mr. Kirby's son going this weekend is if you got a younger dog, take a kid hunting. And you don't have to have a gun. Take the kid out there hunting for the youth hunting. Take your dog and just focus on your dog and the kid hunting. I mean, to get a younger dog going, that's an awesome way to do it. Get the dog out there, focus just on the dog. Don't rush him out there with 4 or 5 guys shooting guns and the dog doesn't understand what's going on. Take a kid hunting. Let the dog go. The dog will have fun. The kid will love the dog. The dog understands what's going on a little bit more, and you can spend that quality time with your dog one-on-one.
Okay, great. Can you toss one more out there for him?
Coop!
And he just keeps going and going and going and going. Hey, we've seen some ducks out here this morning.
Yes, we have.
What kind, do you know what kind we've seen out here?
Right off the bat this morning, right away, we saw a bunch of wood ducks, and then the ducks that circled earlier were just a bunch of local mallards flying around.
Cool. And we're out at this is like a DNR-made pond?
It's a DOT pond, which is open. Anyone in the public can use it. It's a great one for training. It's about 6 to 10 acres big. It's real shallow, so dogs can run, get a lot of confidence for that season coming up.
Cool. Well, thanks so much. Hey, we're going to be talking more about the youth hunt that's coming up this weekend, so stick around.
All right, thanks, Ange.
Thanks, Ange.